Hi Finn, Rob Phillips here from Radio Wales. Nice to speak to you.
Hi, nice to meet you too.
Enjoying life at Newport?
Yeah, it's going well.
You were in a promotion team last season. Do you see any similarities?
Yeah, I think it's a completely different squad. But I can see a lot of similarities within them. That kind of work rate and determination is there. But maybe at the moment we are a little bit too gung-ho. I don't know. We had a lot of 1-0s last season, 1-0 wins, and we haven't had too many of them this season. However, it's a really good squad and I'm enjoying playing in it.
Yeah, because you got a real license, haven't you, to get forward and do what you do?
Yeah, I've got my defensive responsibilities, and then after that, in possession, I do have a lot of freedom to operate. I can drop deeper, I can stay higher. So yeah, the gaffers give me a lot of freedom within that role. Obviously, I have to take up certain positions to start with, to kind of help the shape and help spread the pitch at times. But yeah, I'm enjoying having that freedom within my role.
And you're in there. You got some big games, not least Mansfield tomorrow. Can you sustain it to be in the shake-up at the end?
I'd like to think so. I think we can play against anyone in this league, especially at home. I don't think we should be nervous at all. We should literally take each game as it comes and focus on what we can do to win the game. And I think if we do that to the best of our abilities, then we should get the results. But even if we don't get the results we want in the next few games at home, which have been labelled big games, I think there's still time. We've won 4 on the bounce twice this season, which is really, really tough to do. So I think, especially in these bigger games, it can kind of, a bit of luck's involved at times. Whoever, like on the day, anything can happen. So I think we shouldn't put too much emphasis on them. Obviously, they're big games that we're playing against teams that are playing well, but I don't think we should overthink it.
What's your situation at Villa? Obviously, do they keep an eye on you? What happens with a loan player? Do they stay in touch with you?
Yeah, so there's a loan manager and another person who monitors the loan players. That's their jobs within the club, and I have meetings with them. That we're in constant dialogue all the time. They're watching my games. They're looking at my stats all the time.
And they must be pretty impressed.
Yeah, I mean, I spoke to them yesterday and they just kind of reiterated the message to kind of keep going. It's a cliche, but I think that there's another gear to come, particularly with scoring goals and stuff like that. So they're saying I'm doing well, but they're saying I'm doing well. They're saying I'm doing well, but to keep going, keep maintaining, and that there's another level which I agree with.
Obviously, you're focused on this, but long term, you'd love to be working with Steven Gerrard, wouldn't you?
Of course, I'd love to do that, but I'm kind of not overthinking it too much. I've got a job here at Newport. I'm very, very focused on the job at hand, and I'll start thinking about that come the summer.
Yeah, because you've got a longer deal at Villa, obviously.
Yeah, but
Yeah. What about Gerard? I must ask you about him. Is he one of your sort of idols, or and what do the players say about him?
the players here.
Well, the players you speak to at Villa or whatever.
Well, yeah, I think it's obvious. Yeah, that he's someone that I watched growing up as a midfielder. I don't have that much contact with lads at Villa because I haven't actually been in very long. I only went in for 3 or 4 days in the summer after I moved, and then I came straight to Newport. But of course, you'd love to work with someone who has played at that caliber and had the career that he's had. But I think like I'd treat him as a gaffer. He'd be my gaffer if I was working with him. Same way I've got my gaffer here. Like you kind of got to, in a way, get over that initial sort of stardom very quickly.
Yeah, so you wouldn't be intimidated. No stargazing. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you can pick up half of what he does, you'll be a really good midfield player one day, won't you?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, keep going. Thank you very much.
Cheers, Rob.
Hi, Finn. I'm really asking, are you a West Midlands boy? What's your sort of background there? Because I know you were with the baggies and whatnot, but
yeah. So I was born in Westminster, and I moved to South Birmingham when I was like really young. So yeah,
so are you a Villa fan? Were you, or are you?
Obviously, it's a bit of a weird one. The first game that I ever went to was a Villa game. However, I was at West Brom for 10 plus years, so there's a bit of confusion in my brain as to my support growing up. However, I'm a Villa fan now.
Yeah, indeed. It's the right answer for them anyway. You mentioned it, I won't keep you much longer, but you mentioned it. Is James, is he as demanding of you off the ball as on it? Because he obviously knows your skills on the ball, but that pressing for both you and Ollie is so important, isn't it, for the team?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, before he talks about anything in possession, he's telling us, you've got to do that ugly stuff. You've got to do that side of it out of possession for the team, because it is massive to kind of set the tone. And yeah, I mean, it's not a given now, but we know what's asked of us. We know what we need to do out of possession. Sometimes we need a little reminder, especially me, but I think I understand my role defensively, and I've been a lot more consistent with it, I believe.
He's not shy in the dugout, is he? He's a calm man off the field. He comes across that, but in the dugout, he's not shy of letting you boys at top know about what's needed.
No, he's not. I mean, if I'm on the opposite side, I don't really hear him, but he's very vocal on, especially the pressing. Like when I was in the academy, it was the 6 seconds of fury when you lose the ball. It's that kind of instant reaction once you lost it, and that he shouts on no disappointments, so that you can try and win the ball back as quick as possible. And I think we've had a lot of chances from that in transition, from that initial press after losing the ball, and it's been really important for us.
Well, good. I'll let the others go now. If you're hiding near the Bisley stand, I'll know that you're trying to avoid his shouts. All good. Good stuff. Cheers, mate.
Nice.
Hiya, Finn.
Hi.
You seem to be getting into great goal-scoring positions. Is the next step in your development into those positions into goals?
Yeah, 100%. I've been getting into good positions, and I've been getting the service now. I've been trusting my teammates more at times, and that's kind of allowed me to get into more goal-scoring areas, higher up the pitch. And of course, I want to turn them into goals, but I think I'd be more annoyed if I wasn't getting the chances. I'm getting the chances. I'm getting in there. Sometimes I'm getting unlucky with blocks and stuff. Sometimes maybe I'm not reacting as quick, and I've identified that as an area for improvement in training. It doesn't happen overnight, but I've kind of been getting into those areas a lot more than I have in many years. When I was an academy boy, I was getting into it more, but I've just got to kind of keep building that confidence, which I'm doing.